three missing Montgomery College students continues in Frederick County.
And I got to play with your wand. It was great.
Definitely fun.
Oh, keep going.
All right. Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of Footage Foreplay. It's Halloween week, everybody.
It's Halloween and the ghost took Russell.
I didn't dress the
Oh shit!
I'm here.
Look at it.
I got my little ghosts, girl.
I got my skeletons and shit back there. I got my Halloween vibe going today.
But yeah, happy Halloween, everybody. Y'all doing anything for Halloween? What y'all do? Oksana, you leaving?
Yeah, we're taking a road trip to Taft.
So when you heading out this week coming up, right? Or when this drops?
Yeah, well, I think the Thursday. So like
okay.
the Hallows Eve, we're gonna be on the road trip for a while, and my parents both tried to talk me out of it really hard. He's gonna sleep. So Cliff's coming with me, obviously, and it's only 4 hours. I was like, well, I used to drive to LA all the time.
Yeah.
Like I would drive the whole way back in one sitting, whatever. Just throw him in a diaper and he will sleep through at least some of it, I think. If not, we will listen to his playlist over and over, which he's been listening to Spooky Scary Skeletons on repeat now.
Hell yeah.
And he's learning the words, so it's super cute.
Okay.
It's weird how a car will just straight up put a kid to sleep, even when they're not like. Because Ellie, when she was little, you could throw her in a car seat, she was out like instantly. Yeah,
it's supposed to be like reminiscent of being. I mean, I don't know how long kids remember being in the womb or anything, or like how that affects them. But I know adults who can't even do road trips because it makes them sleepy. So yeah,
period.
It's boring usually. I mean, if you're not like
especially driving that road you about to drive, boring as hell.
I know.
See, if I'm driving, I'm good. But if I'm passenger's rough. I don't like being I'd rather drive because then I'm like doing something, you know, and I can stay awake and shit.
Yeah.
So you dressing up, Evan? What you doing for Halloween? Ellie gonna be Lady Gaga? You told us.
Yeah, she's gonna be Lady Gaga. I'll probably put on some stupid shit just to walk around with her. You know, I usually don't do like full on costume, but I'll get a little festive. You know, just to be like a cool dad.
Antler man. Oh,
yeah, so I got the.
I
got those glasses. I don't know. I'll do something.
All right.
But she, I always take her trick or treating. There's a neighborhood here where it's like. It's kind of like a little subdivision type neighborhood, and it's just a bunch of houses right there together. So it's we just hit that neighborhood and we're done because it's big enough that it takes us like several hours to go through it all. So we'll just go hit that.
So you can get all the good candy. Y'all don't carve
That's
pumpkins?
right.
That's what I want to do. I got me a pumpkin over here. I'm gonna be carving pumpkins.
You know, we usually do. We haven't this year yet. I might grab us some this week so we can carve one day after school.
Yeah, they're
fun. She painted some, I think, at her mom's last weekend, not this past one, but we should carve some because we usually do that, and she always has fun with it. So we'll probably do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we have somebody missing, which is Russell. He's working away, filming a ripple. What is it called? A ripple and a ripple of blood.
Ripple in a pond of blood.
Okay, a ripple in a pond of blood. That's a long tongue twister title, y'all. Let me just tell you.
All of Robbie Smith's titles tend to be, I feel like.
I always want to say pool. Pond feels unnatural for me when I'm going through it, and I always want to say pool of blood, and I always fuck that up. It's pond of blood.
Pond of blood. Why pond?
I feel like there's probably a reasoning behind it, knowing Robbie, but I'm curious to see once we see the movie.
Okay.
What
So they're working away, filming his next feature. Have y'all heard from him? How he doing?
Sporadically.
I just saw him rocking a boom mic on Instagram.
Oh, I did see that.
And the mic dude just killing it.
Yep, Sean was posting some pictures and all that good stuff. Okay.
I did talk to him one night. Like I think the first night they got there, the second night, like right after they got there, I talked to him for a little while in voice, but maybe 30 minutes, and that was it.
Okay.
They were getting settled in still.
There's goats on the property.
They probably stank. They be
probably.
There's some stinky things.
I asked them if they were fainting goats. Like, have you all ever seen those fainting? Yeah, where you do something loud or clap or like yell and they'll fall over. It's like a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
They seize up, like they get all tense, and then they fall, like they faint. Yeah. I bet TikTok has a ton of those videos. I've seen them on Instagram.
It's so funny. God. It's never not hilarious when they just like fall over.
That's insane. I never seen that. I'm gonna have to look that up.
It's super funny.
Okay, what else y'all got going on? I'm excited for Halloween, even though I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I love Halloween. Yeah. Y'all
Yeah, we've been we got the yard decorated. I got the shed decorated, and me and Ellie do some crafts. Usually, like we made just simple stuff. We did like pumpkin paper plates the other day. So you paint the thing orange, and then you take some pumpkin seeds and glue on it, and do like a leaf at the top. Just fun shit to do together. We always get a little festive, but I've been kind of busy this year, just doing a bunch like posters, and I'm doing some merch for Dark Lord right now, and I'm doing some effects for somebody else's thing. So just kind of like been bouncing around. Shit. Yeah, the Dark Lord of Love's Park is going to have some special merch coming soon.
I thought you were doing he did a different movie called, what is it? I think it got a weird ass title too. Can you tell me what the title of that shit was?
Yeah, Zebra Hooves. I did do the poster for Zebra Hooves too.
That poster was cool. I liked it. The red, and you had the Dark Lord in the middle. I don't know what character he played this time, but Jordan.
His name is David in this movie.
Oh, he is? Is this like a self-titled thing? Is this about him? Like David
autobiographical?
There you go.
It's I think it's maybe his most personal movie yet. Yeah, it's I don't know. I like it. I like it.
Oh, you seen
I'm excited.
it?
Yeah, I watched it before I did the poster just so I would know like what, kind of like what I wanted to do for it, what the movie was about, so I could get the vibe right.
So why Zebra Hooves? I guess we'll have to wait till he come on, or we'll talk about that later whenever he want to talk about it.
Yeah, there's a cool reason behind that. I'll let him tell you, but there is a cool like quote that he pulled that from that makes a lot of sense for the movie. So it is a cool title too, though, just because it sounds weird, right? And there's nothing else really called weird. That, so it would you'd easily find it.
Got it. And he came up with that title himself.
He did. Yeah, he pulled it from a quote that doctors always say about.
A doctor. My doctor never told me about zebra hooves. So
nope.
That's brand new for me. Okay, nice. Well, a couple plugs here that I can remember is Zach Carter. We had him on the show for the Denim Devil. His full collectible series, which is the way I would want to read it, is all finally put together. It's on, I believe, Amazon, or it's on his website, I believe. If you check out Denim Devil's website.
Yeah, I think it's through like Big Cartel or something, right? Like Denim Devil. If you Google it, I'm sure it'll pop.
Yeah, and it's
let me Google it right now, actually.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'll put those links in the description if you're listening. Just click down there and go grab yourself
that's like
a copy.
Perfect, Halloween read. I know it's Halloween week, and by the time this comes out, it'll be almost damn Halloween. But but mind you, I love Halloween like we were talking about earlier, but why every store I go into is all Christmas? Like
it's fast.
Christmas
they change
is everywhere. I was like, and the people buying it too. I'm like, in their carts, they got little Christmas trees and shit. I'm like, why? This is crazy.
They switch that shit so fast.
Yet. The fuck?
I know. Before October even started, I feel like Christmas shit was already out. And I was like, this is why it feels like the year blows by. It's like September and everyone's already acting like it's December and shit. And I'm like, Cliff always he keeps asking to go to Halloween stores now. And I'm like, there's like none left now.
Yeah.
We go to the guts of a spirit store, but like, I'm sure
I
that
went there recently.
trash,
That shit's
right?
all messed up. There ain't nothing there but skinny people clothes. One of my big ass none of this. I was shocked. Yeah, but this Christmas shit is out of hand. Like Target need the ass beat because they took forever to even put out the Halloween, and they had the nerve to have the last couple aisles be Christmas. I'm like, bitch, y'all put up Halloween last week, and then now you got all this Christmas. I said, why did y'all wait this long to put up Halloween? The fuck? Weird.
I don't know. They do the same shit with like it won't even be like it will be 2 months out from school starting, but they got back to school shit on the shelves. And I'm like, damn it, y'all! Like we still in summer. Give me some beach towels and shit. What are we doing?
They do. I don't know. That's why the year goes by quick. Going to these stores will age you, y'all. Did you find out the website? We'll have it in the description if you didn't.
Yeah, NovemberStreet.com.
There we go.
Okay, cool.
Y'all should check it out. It's a cool little read. I liked it, and I'd recommend it. Also, OnlyFoundFootageFans, go check them out. I don't know if he added new stuff there, but y'all can save some points for using. He did. Okay, perfect. Add code Foreplay to save 10% off your order. Hopefully I got that right. Because remember last time I guess there was some discrepancies with that.
I think it's 10% off, just official merch. So like Sorgoy and Jason. And it was beanies too, but since the cease and desist from OnlyFans happened, he's working on getting new headwear. So if you got the OG OnlyFoundFootageFans beanie, you are one of a few who will have it.
Yeah. And I see another Hole in the Head has been posting their little posters and stuff, and that's coming up in December, I'm assuming. That's when it always starts. So check out Another Hole in the Head. I can't wait for that. They usually got some good shit that they be playing there. And
it's long too. It's a whole month.
Oh, it is? I didn't look at the whole... Is there a lineup
Usually. Let me see. I don't think he's announced the lineup.
Okay, but I just see the little posts and stuff. I was resharing and all that good shit.
Yeah, he put a bunch of new shit on there just the other day. And maybe today even. I saw a post on Instagram. Maybe it was today or yesterday.
OnlyFoundFootageFans, not...
It's time for the coffee table.
All right.
Presented by OnlyFoundFootageFans.
Y'all got this?
Yeah, y'all know what that music means. It's time for the coffee table, a segment where our sponsor OnlyFoundFootageFans creates a complicated game that results in us watching and reviewing an in-world camera movie. Last week, we watched In Search of Fear, aka Fear Hunters. I'll share the thing here and read the description, and then we'll let somebody kick this off. While searching for fear unexpectedly finds them.
Oh, that's all it says?
That's all it says on Letterboxd. Maybe IMDb's is longer. No, it's not. It's exactly the same
shit. Y'all can have that. All right, so this movie I was low-key excited for. I was just like, okay, so we've seen all this shit over and over and over and over. Group of people trying to like figure out urban legends or all these different things, and right? And it all backfires and it comes back. But girl, this shit was boring as hell. How long is this movie? Could you look at that up real quick?
Well, it's actually Letterboxd and IMDb are wrong. So they say it's an hour 40 minutes, but it's actually an hour 20. It feels like an hour and 40.
Oh, no, it feels 1:40. I don't know if it was because I watched that shit on motherfucking Tubi. What's his name? Offered to send a link, and I was like, oh, it's on Tubi. It's fine. I should have took him up on that offer, Mr. Rich. How about you need the link?
He might have sent you the long one. You might have won that situation there. There might be another cut that's like an hour 40. I don't want
no other cuts, girl. I didn't... No. So this one, I'm just going to jump to the gun. I gave it 1.5 stars. Because, girl, this is why. This shit, okay, it had overacting. Oh, 100%. They were so exaggerated. I mean, I get it. You know, I'm not an actor, and I want to do more movies, but I ain't that crazy. I don't think I'm going to overdo it. They were overdoing it, bitch. Overdoing it. And, it was a group of people that got together and they wanted to like do all these like pranks or whatever, right? They wanted to do all this stuff for their channel. Like, what is it, like a coffin one? You get trapped in a coffin, trapped in a haunted house, a cabin, all the like, you know, paint by numbers. Let me scare you.
Yeah, they're doing it's like a student project, kind of like like they're doing experiments, I guess, via these videos on like what scares people and like fear. And it's yeah.
And that sounds cool, right? But what they gave us was just bullshit to me, because it was just a lot of talking, overacting, not funny. There were some jokes I think they were supposed to be funny. They weren't funny. And then I will say I almost gave this a higher score because when I got to the end, slight spoilers, but when they got to try to scare the people at that cabin and those people popped out, and then there was a guy with a hammer or something, or an axe or something, and he like killed them all one by one. I was like, yes, kill all of them, right? I was so excited, right? And then there was a fake out, because at the end of the fucking movie, it's like, oh, nope, we're all still alive, and that was fake. Y'all, I was so mad. It was great because they were trying to scare somebody, and then it all flipped, and there was somebody else there at that cabin already that killed everybody, right? And that was great. I was like, this is perfect. It added a couple stars, and then it went all the way back down when they tacked on that stupid ending. What do y'all think? Because
as soon as it opened, why do so many found footage movies start with some sort of data dump? There's some bitch in the woods with a microphone, and she's like, oh, these people died on this day and they got killed. And it's like, it does not get me into your movie like you think it does. Like, if anything, I'm like, come the fuck on. Just start me with the fucking people and what they're doing. I don't need some kind of news reporter who is not even part of the story at any point, who just comes in and tells me what's going on. I don't need that. Yeah, you don't. Maybe once at the end, and it's for 2 seconds. It's for another faux news clip.
Got it.
But it's just, I don't know. And the reporter who they do have, like you said, it's clearly she's acting. Like, and it's not. The thing that I think they fucked up with there is when you have a bunch of people like this who are clearly like non-actors or students, or like somebody who's like not fucking Brad Pitt or Daniel Day-Lewis, you know, like, I feel like you have to let them ad-lib more, so it sounds like something they would actually say. And it feels like here they were very clearly reading a script word for word. Like, you can tell they're not like, and that's not varying me out of it.
I think, I don't know, it took me out of it, because I'm all for bad acting. A lot of these movies have that anyways. Who cares? But for this one, I don't know, it just felt different. It just felt like I couldn't connect to any of these characters at all. I didn't care, like, at all. I don't know.
Yeah. The first time it cuts to any kind of found footage stuff, there's like 17 fake overlays stacked on top of each other. And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? And then the footage of like when they're just walking around at the beginning, like the guys with his girlfriend kind of like on that dock and shit. Mm-hmm. It looks, for lack of a better word, too good. It looks like there's a cameraman following it. It's supposed to be like he's holding it. Never once does that camera shake. The focus is always pulled exactly right, and it's like there's no chance on God's fucking green earth if you're holding this fucking camera with one hand and walking that you've pulled focus and not shook it at all. Like it just takes you. You just never once like buy it, which I think is the main thing you have to do for an in-world camera movie to work. Like you have to believe what you're watching to at least some extent, you know. And I just never did here. Like it feels like they're reading a script, and it feels like they. I don't know, even the way they tackle the like projects of scaring people and stuff, it was just so baseline. Like there was not much thought put into it. It felt like it was.
You talking about that scene? Okay, there's a scene where he had like a whiteboard and he was going through each one he was gonna do. Remember that? Yeah. Didn't that go on way too long?
Way too long.
Like they even cut it like a TV show. Like he was still talking and then the lights go down and he goes into another scene. That was so weird to me. Did you notice that?
Yeah. Well, it's like all the conversations like that feel so, any kind of conversations where they're not like actually doing the scare thing feel just so fake and inconsequential. It felt like they were like, oh, we need something here. And so they just put some shit of people like describing what's going to happen when they could have just went right into it. Show us what's going to happen, you know? But yeah, it just did not work for me on any level. I think I was actively mad by the time I finished this.
I believe you though. That movie was not good. But did you get excited though at the end that I was talking about? Wasn't that great?
When the dude was gonna see, and I kind of did, but I had an idea the whole time that it was like they were like really. Yeah, I was like, I don't think this is actually happening. You know, like I think they're gonna actually be alive.
Where he stabbed the girl in the head, and the blood, and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then they like come into the class. The guy comes into the classroom, just the wackiest shit ever.
Yeah,
like
that was dumb as hell. Yeah, at the end. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The back third is the messiest part of the whole movie for sure. But I didn't like any of it. And honestly, I think I'm even lower. I think I'm at a 1 star. Like I only really give that to movies where I'm like mad at it by the end, and I disqualified, I think. So I think I'm going 1 star.
This is one of the worst of the OnlyFoundFootageFans movies.
I agree.
I will say one of the worst.
Yeah,
I'd rather watch that Meat. What's that movie we watched that I did not
like?
Vegan. I'd rather watch that shit, and I hated that movie.
Yeah, I think I might have even enjoyed Vegan more than this, and I did not like Vegan. So yeah, this was rough, real fucking rough. Russ dodged a fucking bullet.
He sure did. I know he happy.
I didn't get to watch it, but I'm kind of curious too. I don't know.
Good luck, girl. If you're bored and want to take a nap, put that shit on, girl. But, who do we think this is for, Evan? I think this might have been. Man. Let me think. I don't know, because I was gonna say you.
Yeah, it could be a punishment for me. But what did I do to just? I don't feel like I've slighted found footage fans. I did talk some shit last week. I was like, maybe get a writer. So I don't know. I said something about it.
But it could be for me because he'd be out to get me, talking about, oh, well, you should have stuck with this, or you should have did that, and you should have. And every Instagram, oh, Shady Terrell, like, bitch, fuck you. And these stupid movies, girl, bye. It could be for me, but I thought it was for you only because of the whole like you hate the little body by stuff. And there's all they were doing was trying to scare people in that kind of way. Like, oh, there's ghosts here.
Although, did he know Russ was going to be gone? Because I could see him, especially if he hadn't watched it and didn't know that it wasn't good, he might have thought Russ would have liked the meta aspects, or even if he had watched it, how it's like all fake. He might have thought, Russ does like that kind of stuff when it's done well. So I think maybe
it ain't done well though.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe it could have been for him too. I just don't know if he knew he was not going to be here. So.
Well, I'm going to stick with my first gut, which is you. My second, I kind of think it's for me. But I'm going to go with you, Evan.
Okay. I was going to go for me, too. I wonder if now I should split it, just so that somebody gets it.
Maybe.
I'm gonna say Russell. Fuck it. Why not?
There we go. Perfect. All
right.
Up to
Oksana, who is this for?
Fear Hunters was for...
Okay, the drummer's got broken sticks
Oh,
again. So
what happened? I thought you fixed it from last week.
I thought I fixed it too, but fucking here, I'll just fill in for you, you piece of shit.
Oh my god.
Terrell.
Oh shit!
God,
We were
I
both
almost
wrong.
picked
What the
myself.
fuck?
I knew it. I had a feeling a little, but then he got in my head when he talking about go with your first choice. But when you think about it, it probably was for me, and it was. What was this fucking fucked up reason?
Who will complain about not getting a scary movie, yet somehow still choose the least horror-centric movie of them all?
Girl, fuck you. Oh my god. I hope you get tricks on your Halloween and not treats, bitch. Okay, Oksana's picking.
Right.
That's totally fine. Oksana, what are we watching?
Welcome once again, Foreplayers. As we get ready to close out Halloween, we're going to give you a bit of a trick or treat choice before you get your clues.
Uh-oh.
There's an in-world camera movie slated to drop on VOD on the 28th, but we're not sure of which service yet. If you choose it, you will also choose an alternate in case the movie isn't widely or easily available. Oksana will inform you after you choose one if you need to choose an alternate. I'm not sure how to do this now.
Yeah, because you're the one picking
both
it.
of you guys.
Yeah, do we get a vote on the trick or treat thing, or are we out completely? Is this a separate from the normal vote, or what? How does this work?
It's like if you choose the one that's that movie, then you would also choose another one. So it's one of the regular clues, and I'm tempted to just pick it and have you guys pick the alternate. Also, Cliff just stood up.
Oh yeah, just do that then.
Here's the
pick
clues.
the new one. Let's see what it is.
Well, you guys have to pick the second one then.
Okay, we'll pick the second one.
Yeah.
Number 1, Damn, Damien. 2, One Stop Chop Shop. 3, A Bit Scarier Than 98 Degrees of Latitude. 4, Exercise This. Or 5, Exercise That.
That's a lot.
AKA, Work It Out, bitch.
Oh lord.
Sorry, can we pause? Cliff just is screaming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. So the clues one more time.
Number 1, Damn, Damien. 2, One Stop Chop Shop. 3, A Bit Scarier Than 98 Degrees of Latitude. 4, Exercise This. Exercise with an O.
Yeah.
Number 5,
I don't want no exorcism shit. Nope.
Exercise That, but it's
Nope.
exercise with an
So
E.
1, 2, 3. I'm down for 90
With an E.
degrees if it's the boy band. That or Damn Damien. Damn Damien. That sounds good. One of those.
So I am picking number 5.
Oh, you gotta pick number 5. Oh, what is this? Are these all new ones?
So that's the new one, and we're picking the alternate.
one because I also want to see it. I don't know much about it, but so you guys pick the backup.
I think 98. Let's do the 98 degrees. Let's
Yeah,
hedge
so
your bets
3.
to see what it is. Yeah.
But what is
So the
5
one-
supposed to be?
Coming out on the 28th is The Workout.
Workout.
And
never
he
heard of that.
What the
explicitly
fuck?
called it in-world camera, so it might not be like found footage by James Cullen Bresack.
This don't look found footage. Is this an action
Oh,
movie?
it is. It is like a guy talking to the camera here. It might be hybrid, but no. This guy has made James Cullen Bresack has made found footage movies before.
Yeah.
He did what's the one where the like Nazis break in the house and fucking terrorize the
crime.
people?
So,
Yeah, hate crime.
I haven't
Oh,
seen
God.
that.
Is this
but-
it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
2020.
Girl,
After a
what's
tragic
the other
mob hit,
one?
an army ranger loses his wife, consumed by
Oh wait,
vengeance,
got
who
Ashley
abandons.
Simpson. Oh, I'm back in. Look, Ashley Simpson, who Jessica Simpson's little sister.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Ashley Evan Smith. Yes, she's married to Diana Ross's son, who actually has the same birthday as me.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, August 26th. Turn out. We're born the same day. 88 was his birth year, so that's so
Dang.
funny. So I'm here for
I'm
Ashley
interested
Smith.
in this. This looks cool.
Simpson.
And so that one, if that one is not widely available or easily accessible, then we'll be watching. I've never heard of
God.
this. Video
God.
cassette of 31 degrees north latitude.
Oh my God.
Evan, why we picked this?
We might have fucked up.
Which
I don't
think,
even know. Oh, I hope we get the first one then. Video cassette of what?
Actually,
31?
this sounds okay. It's 31 degrees north latitude and videotapes on IMDb. It's a Chinese movie, so the translation's probably not great on the title. This found footage film is based on a mysterious videotape found in the, I'm going to try it, Shenanguajia region of China, a place known for legends of wild men and other paranormal occurrences, which leads to unsettling discoveries about the area's legends. 31 degrees north latitude refers to the geographical location of the area on the Earth's latitude line. Okay.
but we'll have to wait until the 28th to see if the workout is
Yeah.
available.
What is it called? 31 degrees north latitude and videotapes?
Video cassette of 31 degrees north latitude. Hell of a title.
Because on IMDb it just has 31 degrees.
Yeah, and IMDb it's that's it though.
There's no picture. Okay.
Just
no
a
problem.
poster. It looks like a Koji poster, kinda. Looks like the cult or a cult poster. I forget which one looks like that, but
Can you send me the link to that IMDb, Evan? Because I don't think I'm on the right one. There's no picture on
I have
here.
a,
I do
I have
see
a
the picture.
YouTube link.
it's
Here
down
it
below.
is.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
Oh, I don't want to see this. So I'm hoping we make it work on that first one. I am not watching this. I'm gonna pull Evan. Oh, I couldn't have time, girl. I didn't have time. Well, I'm gonna be Evan that week. Stay tuned.
Pull a Russell. I watched the wrong movie.
Yeah, I'm a girl. We gonna make that one work, girl. I'm gonna come up with some shit.
Terrell gonna watch a 98 Degrees documentary
I
and be like,
know.
"Oh, I thought this was it."
The concert, bitch. I'm a YouTube 98 degrees, ho. Period. Because that looked crazy. All right.
Oh shit.
So I guess you up, Evan. What movies you talking about this week?
So I have two this week, two brand new ones. One just came to video on demand. I'll talk about it first, and it's a documentary. It's fitting for the season. It is The Spirit of Halloweentown. Which was
Disney.
Yeah. This one was directed by Brett Whitcomb and Bradford Thomason, who they have quite a few documentaries they've done. They did one I really like called Jasper Mall, about this mall that's closing and kind of just the death of the American mall. That's really interesting, which is what I was really stoked to see this just because I like that one so much. But they've done several. They did Butterfly in the Sky, a Reading Rainbow doc. They did the Rockafire explosion about the original Chuck E. Cheese that like caught on fire or whatever. But this documentary is about the actual town in Oregon, St. Helens, where they shot the original Halloweentown movie in the 90s. So the description reads, "What kind of people live in a town that revolves around Halloween?" In Oregon, the picturesque town of St. Helens was home to the filming of Disney Channel's youthful horror light film Halloweentown in the 90s. After it became a surprise hit and now a cult classic, the town decided to capitalize on this starring role and invites tourists to celebrate the film and Halloween with them every year. So the film opens up with a really cool sort of intro with a lot of good B-roll and stuff, just kind of introing the town's traditions and the history of the movie so that if you kind of don't know, it sets everything up, sort of. But it's short, couple minutes long, and then you get plopped down at the beginning of October to kind of watch the town start its transformation into Halloweentown. And the first thing I noticed was, in most documentaries, when you meet a new person, their name and job title comes up or whatever on the screen. Like, they don't do that in this. And at first it threw me off, but I think it's a cool move because I don't know, you kind of, when you see that in a documentary, a lot of times you sort of attach yourself to that role. Okay, this person runs the town and that's who you think of them as. But I think
it gives them more credibility, right?
Yeah. And I think hearing them say who they are and what they're doing, you almost feel like you know them better than if it was, and you think of them more as a person than as just a job title. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I really liked the sort of the way it allowed the people to just speak for themselves and introduce themselves. And it kind of demanded your attention too, because you had to listen to them if you wanted to know who the fuck they were or what they were doing, So they open up, they show this local haunted house, ran by this old lady. And it talks about her voice, when she talks, it's kind of like scratchy and she's whispering and you're like, oh shit, does she have like some kind of condition or something? But then you find out she just survived an apartment fire like 2 weeks before this thing was shot and the haunted house opened. And she like had to throw her dog out the window to the firefighters, and then like an hour later they got her out, or a long time later. Like it was bad. Like her whole apartment building was on fire. Some neighbor was smoking inside and caught it on fire. And it just immediately was like, holy shit, they're not giving you just face value stuff here of like, oh, I run this haunted house and this is what I do. You're gonna like actually get to know these people and who they are and why they do the things they do, which I think gives the documentary a lot of weight. And you sort of see that these Halloween events and these things that they're doing in this town are like, it means something to these people, you know, and it gets them through their hard times, or it's like their kind of solace when things are going bad, you know, it's their escape from the problems of their life, you know. And so you see like a parade of you see this lady, and then it shows us this parade of kids, like a costume competition this lady's running, this different lady who is sort of she plays the queen of Halloweentown in the like reenactment of everything, you know. And she started doing this like 13 years ago as like she started it all as like just a small gathering with a few decorations, and she was like giving out hot chocolate and cookies just because she like wanted to bring joy to people. And obviously it grew into like a fucking massive thing that now, you know, millions of people come to this town and visit this thing, and it's like the whole town participates and stuff. And you after that you meet a paranormal investigator who this is the one thread. There's a few threads you kind of follow of people throughout this documentary. You see people who participate in the activities and really love the season. You see this one lady who's like a super Karen who like practically acts like it's ruining her life and is like so pissed that they do this stuff every year. She like sits on the sidewalk and plays her guitar and says like, God's mad at you people for this. And like, she basically, and then you find out too her story, and a few years before she lost her husband, and it sounds like she dove headfirst into the religion stuff because she was having a hard time coping with his loss, you know. And it feels to me like she still hasn't gotten over it, and is just, this is her. I don't know. It's very interesting sort of contrast to the people the people who live there and participate, because you see them using this event to sort of fill the void left by their loss or their, you know, problems. And you see her sort of using this event in a negative way. Like she's negatively, you know, acting out kind of about this event as a way to deal with her shit. And it just kind of, I don't know, it paints an interesting picture of just human nature and how we all sort of deal with things differently. And you could deal with something poorly just by choosing to, you know, like a lot of times that falls on you. You know, and it's really cool just how much human nature you really get into just by listening to these people. But she is psychotic too. She talks about this guy. There's this guy who moved into town you meet who's not a local. He's this gay dude from Portland, and he wanted to kind of bring the queer spirit sort of to the town. And so he buys this old historic hotel with a bar in the bottom, and he starts doing like drag shows and stuff in town, all Halloween themed. And so this fucking super like Christian lady, she hates this fucking guy, and she says that she thinks he's a Freemason warlock, and like she's fucking totally nuts, dude. And it's just a super, it almost has like in that regard, like a Errol Morris, Vernon Florida-esque sort of quality, where it's like you're seeing these quirky, weird people, you know, but they don't, they paint them just as they are. They don't try to skew you one way or the other. Obviously, you kind of, I can't imagine anybody liking this Karen woman by the time they listen to her get done talking. But I like that the documentary doesn't paint her in any kind of way. It just lets her talk and lets you decide, which is what I prefer in these kind of situations. So you see also some people who come to the town, like parents bringing their kids. You see this little boy who like has severe like autism and like a progressing blindness, who like he's gonna eventually lose all of his sight. And so like he saved his change, and like his mom brought him so that he could see this like before he couldn't see anymore. So it's just, there's some really like touching stories, and you just see like, I don't know, how something as simple as just a holiday like Halloween with decorations can really bring people together, you know. And it shows this cheerleading coach who's doing like a zombie routine for the cheerleaders to do in the plaza, who you see that she tells her story of how she had to stop dancing for money reasons as a kid, and like kind of didn't get to fulfill her own dreams of being a dancer. So this is like her shot, you know, to like help a new generation kind of be able to do their thing. And it's just a really cool kind of portrait that it paints of just how people are and how we interact with each other, and just kind of how we all at the end of the day are pretty similar. And it all comes down to how we deal with shit and how we voice ourselves, you know? And I do unfortunately think, though, unlike Jasper Mall, which does a lot of similar stuff with the mall setting, this one loses its thread at the end. So I was super on board for this thing. And then you get to the third act and they do a seance in the hotel. And then the paranormal investigation guy, you see all his cameras and it's like a ghost hunt. And it feels like they were building up to this sort of really cool message and just really cool idea, and they just abandon it entirely for the final act and show you some ghost hunting where a ball rolls down a hallway. And I'm like, cool, I've seen The Conjuring. Like, what are we doing?
Halloweentown characters? Is Marnie on this? Calabar?
Oh,
who are these? Are they in the movie?
All kinds of people.
Let's talk about the fun stuff. It's Halloweentown.
Well, it's the locals.
Come on now. Any skeletons driving in cabs? Let's go. What is it?
Well, yeah, you just got to watch the thing and see all that. What fun is it with me telling you what decorations are in?
I don't know.
Watch
you got to tell me how I should watch this, because the way you're explaining it, girl, I'm like, I do not want to watch this movie,
to me,
girl.
the appeal is the human nature. The thing is, if I want to see Halloween decorations, I'll go outside. Like, to me, the interest in the documentary is the story of these people. And like, that's what makes it interesting. It's cool. The whole thing is filled front to back. I mean, you're seeing, you're not just watching these people talk. You're seeing the town. You're seeing people in costumes. You're seeing, like, they have full-on vehicles that they decorate like the movie. I mean, you're seeing all this stuff as they're talking.
And real
There's people dressed up, as witches and as all the characters from the movie who are, like, in the town plaza. And it's insane. I mean, at one point in this movie, they were like, I think we had 21,000 people come through the haunted house. It's a wild amount of people who come to this town to do this thing.
That's a long wait.
So it feels like the whole town is just packed with people during this movie. And you're kind of seeing these little pockets of existence as you're kind of seeing how they get ready for it, right? And how they actually bring this to life.
Do you want to go? Like, does this make you want to go? Like, I'm going to Halloweentown next year. You know, stuff like that.
I would go. It would, if Ellie was interested in going, that would be what made me really want to go, you know? Otherwise, I would have to be close to it. I don't think I would make a cross-country trip to go do this, but if I was near it for something, I would go to it. But now, if Ellie was, like, hella into going, I would take her. Sure. Yeah, I would go cross-country for her.
Got you, like, excited to, like, go want to check it out for yourself.
I mean, the thing is, too, that I didn't watch Halloweentown until later in my life, so I didn't...
really?
I didn't have the nostalgia as a kid for it, so I think that factors into it, too. I think a lot of it is these people watch this movie at, like, a formative time in their life, you know, so it means a lot to them, you know?
Year.
And, like, so I think that would make you want to go a lot more, too. But it is really cool, and if I was ever, like, able to attend it, I would. Yeah, it looks fucking super cool, and, like, it definitely is... kind of interesting how it's not just for kids and not just for adults. It's very much for everyone, you know? They have like stuff that's super scary for the adults. They have stuff that's milder for the kids. It's definitely a bring everybody kind of event. And it just is cool how they're even the lady who is on the street shouting them down and kind of being a problem throughout this thing. Nobody's mean to her. I don't know. This community feels really accepting and just open to, if you want to come hang out, you know?
Yeah.
So
does she have a reason for... I can't remember if you mentioned, like, why does she hate Halloween?
I mean, she kind of builds this narrative that it's all through religion. But like I said, after hearing her tell her own story, I don't really buy that she's as religious as she says she is. I think she just doesn't know how to deal with the loss of her husband and is still struggling with it a decade later. And this is just how she's letting that out, I think. Mm-hmm. And it's sad. It's really sad to think about. But it's also like you can't take your loss and your problems and go out and ruin shit for other people because you're bummed, you know?
Trying to make herself feel better some kind of way.
Right,
maybe.
Right. But
I think company.
Yeah. And they don't ever like, this is all just conclusions I'm drawing through things she said, right? She never says like, that's what I'm doing, but it definitely feels like that's what she's doing especially after she tells the story of her husband dying and the way she words it all, you know? But it's cool that the documentary just lets you decide what you think about these people and draw those own conclusions. You almost sort of paint further pictures of their lives yourself, just imagining what else they do and how else they are. And I really wish they would have stuck with that to the end and not veered off into this kind of seance ghost hunt thing that really feels inconsequential and like it doesn't matter. And all the other stuff really was cool and did matter. So I did like it overall, though. I think I'd give it a 3.5. I toyed with a 3, but I do think ultimately the first 2/3 are strong enough that it's worth watching for that, But yeah, I think that this just released on video on demand, so you can rent it on wherever you rent your shit. And if you like Jasper Mall and especially if you like Halloweentown, I think that's the draw too. Is you're gonna probably like this way more than me, Terrell.
Yes, I was wondering.
Just because it's like you're always looking at Halloweentown stuff, So you're gonna like that aspect of it a lot, I think. But yeah, I still liked it overall, and I think the first 2/3 really, like, I teared up at certain parts. It's touching hearing.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it's the kind of like, I don't know, the people going through their problems and dealing with them in a positive way, kind of stuff, and like not letting it fuck other people over, like you see. And I'm not talking about the Karen. I'm kind of talking about everybody else in the movie.
Got it.
Yeah. It's I don't know, that kind of shit touches me. She's like, that's what you should do. Like, just be a good person, And I don't know. It's really well put together. I think it's worth a watch.
So if someone has not seen Halloweentown,
you ain't seen Halloweentown?
No. Which would you recommend they watch first?
That's kind of why I talked about it the way I did, because I tried to. I think it there is still stuff for you to latch onto here, just in terms of the people.
Well, I mean, like,
and
if you,
but
kind of like,
you're not gonna like it as much.
I think you would still like it.
Classic. I met them at Sinister Creature Con too. The girl Marnie and her husband played the villain. Anyways, it was so nice. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was so
there's a bunch of stuff that I missed out on, like as like a child, but I think I would still enjoy it as an adult.
I don't know.
But like, kind of like, oh shit.
The first two are the best, and then
just having like
high school. In the third
just having like been in your house, Oksana, I think you love Halloween vibe. So like I think that alone is here corny. In droves, like
they might think it's corny because they're adults now.
I think she would like it, Oksana. Now Russell, I don't know.
Every year we watch Don't Think About It or whatever. Different. Like that's but so kind of like the Descent documentary. Not Descent. Which one am I thinking of?
I don't know. The Descent, the Tunnel?
The Tunnel documentary. You know how like it plays really well with the original movie? Yep. Which would you which do you think
this is not, you don't have to. Yeah, I think this plays just as fine without it, because there's so much like
I would see the
other
movie
stuff
first.
To latch on. But I do think if you haven't watched the movie, maybe you could watch it first and maybe get more out of this.
Yeah, because people that are going to watch this documentary all seen the movie, I'm assuming, and they're going to be all excited to see how it all came to be. So I would do the movie first, then the documentary.
That's
also, Cliff might really like the movie, so
he might.
It would be worth watching it with him just to see what he thinks. I think.
Yeah.
He especially if he's singing spooky, scary skeletons. I think he'll. Yeah.
We should have reviewed Halloweentown with Miss Marnie, turning 13 and becoming a Marnwell witch, Cromwell.
Maybe we'll do a
witch.
post-Halloween Halloweentown review.
Yeah,
Stay
and
tuned.
then her grandma was trying to like teach her, but the mom was like, nope, no witching powers. You're gonna be a human, and if she don't go use her witching powers, she's gonna lose her power. So she had to go to Halloweentown, and this guy Calabar, he trying to take over Halloweentown. So she had to use her witchy powers to stop him. But she gets into mischief and all that stuff. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Then her sister's along. Her sister a witch too. The brother become a wizard. It's a whole family affair. They're all witches. It's so cool.
I do want to watch it.
Yeah, you like witches. You be witching.
Yeah, you would like it.
But you don't want to watch it. And then part 2 is even better. And then part 3, she go to high school. I haven't seen the sequels.
I've only ever seen the first one.
They recasted her for God knows why. She don't even know why they recasted her for college. They got a skinnier blonde bitch to play her, and it's so
of course
insulting. They did. It's a blonde bitch. I forgot her name. I got the DVDs over here though.
Let me look at IMDb for that blonde bitch. We'll see if I can.
Yeah, let's see Halloweentown 4, bitch. I forgot her name. She plays the other stuff. She's nice, I guess. Let me see. And then
but yeah, I think you should watch Halloweentown, because I do think you would like it still as an adult. But also you can, for anybody listening, if you haven't seen Halloweentown, but these kind of human nature stories appeal to you, you could totally watch this and get the Halloween vibes and also get something out of it without having seen the movie, you know?
They replaced her with this bitch, Sarah Paxton.
Oh, Sarah, yeah, Bill Paxton's kid. Bill Paxton, shout out, Bill Paxton? An icon. Oh, Bill Paxton was a fucking legend, dude.
Oh, interesting.
Twister.
Y'all be knowing
Twister,
everybody.
True Lies.
She was the one that was brutally raped in the Last House on the Left remake, if y'all watched it.
Oh.
Yep. She was.
I watched horror. I have to keep it horror since y'all ain't seen this cartoon. Anyway, so what's your next movie?
My next movie is this one's not out yet. Look for it to play at a festival near you. Okay. I will try to find the actual release date here while I'm doing this review. It might have been in the PR email, but it's called Weekend at the End of the World. And I'm going to be honest, I think I came into these thinking I would enjoy the spirit of Halloweentown more than I enjoyed this one, and I think I was flipped. I actually really loved this movie because horror comedies are tough. It's a fine line to ride. You know,
this is a comedy.
It is, and they do a great job. Let me read the description first. So, Weekend at the End of the World, directed by Gil Claben. Sorry if I said your first name. It's probably not Gilly though, as much as I would want it to be.
Guile.
Yeah, I think it's Gil. I don't know. Sorry, brother, sister, if we're ruining your name.
Oh, it could be a girl.
I don't know. Yeah, there's a unisex name going on there. So the description reads, best friends Carl and Miles, who find themselves in a secluded cabin in the woods with what they think is an opportunity to get rich. With the only thing standing in their way being the end of the world. So that's a bad description, if I'm being honest, for this movie. But it starts out with these two guys in a car, Carl and Miles. And Carl looks fucked up. He's got like blood coming down his head, and you're like, what the hell happened to him? He looks rough. He's in like a tuxedo, but he looks shitty. And you find out right away that they're talking, and you're like, oh, he proposed to somebody and it went poorly. And so then you see they're like, oh, I sent the video. Miles is his kind of goofy best friend. They're both very goofy, quirky guys, but Carl is, for lack of a better word, the straight man of the two, where he's more grounded in reality and saying less crazy shit than Miles. And Miles says, oh, I sent it to a YouTuber. I'm sorry for that, basically. And turns out this YouTuber that he sent this video to was Adam Ray, who you guys know from Kill Tony and as Dr. Phil, and several other characters that he does on there. And so in this, he's playing like a Swedish.
Kill Tony? I think is Gabriel Iglesias was on there?
He was, yeah. That was a great episode.
Him. Was he funny?
Yeah. Oh, very funny. He's been on there before, and he was. I liked his first appearance better, I think, but this one was. Okay. He just didn't talk as much in this one because there was another guest with him. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so Adam Ray pops up as a Swedish YouTuber, a reaction YouTuber character named Mooman. So added to his list of characters that he plays. He's doing a Swedish accent here. And you see the video that Miles recorded of Carl proposing to his girlfriend, who you find out he's been dating for 6 months and hasn't even discussed exclusivity with. So you find out immediately what kind of guy Carl is. And the way he does this, though, is the stupidest shit ever. He hides behind the door in her apartment. She has no idea he's even there. She comes in from work, and he jumps out and scares her to do the proposal. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? So she just reacts and grabs a vase and smashes him over the fucking head with it. And, obviously she says no. And it's really funny it's way funnier to watch it than it is me describing it. And the whole time you got Adam Ray, who's like doing his Swedish live stream reacting to it. And so you get a picture immediately of the fucked up shit that led them to this car trip. So they're going to the woods. Miles, the goofy friend, has been left this cabin by his dead grandmother. And all he cares about is fixing the cabin up and selling it. He's like, I'm going to start building my real estate portfolio with this. I bet I could get a mill for it, $600,000 at the lowest. And when you see the cabin, you realize why that's as funny as it is, because there's no chance on the fucking earth that he's getting $600K for this thing. And so they get to the cabin, and it looks fucked up. As soon as they walk in, you're like, oh, there's some weird shit going on here. They drop the keys under the porch. Carl crawls under the porch to find him. He hears weird noises, and you're like, okay, this place is fucked. And they go in, it's been burnt. There was a fire, and there's all sorts of weird, the decorations in the house are just kind of weird and off-putting. You're kind of like, what the fuck was going on out here. There's like skulls, and it looks very like ritualistic sort of inside, like animal skulls. I mean, not like skull decorations, like actual skulls. And so they get wasted as soon as they get there, and they play this they play this drinking game where they're like bouncing. It's kind of like beer pong, but there's an upside down animal skull, and they're trying to bounce the ball into it. And Carl is a substitute teacher, so he's giving his Shark Tank pitch of his app idea. And the name of it is called let me find it. Kid Score. And which is obviously sounds extremely pedo as soon as you hear it. And he's like, oh, but it's so that you can rate the students in the class and determine how bad they are, so substitute teachers know what to look out for. It's goofy as fuck, the things they're talking about, but the guys who are portraying the characters have the comedic chops to like pull it off. It feels like banter, and it feels very natural. They feel like they're really friends, which I think a lot of times in these sort of buddy horror comedies, I would never buy that these two guys would hang out with each other, but in this movie I totally believe these guys would kick it. They're probably chilling right now, and they feel like best friends, and it really works. And so this guy named Hank lives next door, who is Thomas Lennon he plays Lieutenant Dangle in Reno 911, if you've ever seen that.
Oh, I've never seen that.
He's in a lot of shit.
About...
Yeah, the dude with the mustache and the glasses and shit.
They made
so
a
he's
movie.
in this too. Yeah, they did. They've made a couple now.
Yeah.
And so he's the annoying neighbor who lives next door named Hank, who's kind of like this very clean-spoken, like, he's a very nice guy, but he kind of seems overly nice. Like he just wants to be your friend and he just annoys you. And he comes over and like brings them eggs and shit. And it's a weird encounter. And by the end of this night where they're drinking, you see them like they're drawing these cards and playing this game that like the guy's grandmother left behind in the house. And as they're reading off these things in the cards, you see like a pink glow happening behind them. So you get the idea that like maybe there's some sort of ritual they're accidentally doing by reading these cards. And so it is. And by the end of the night when they're wasted, a fucking portal opens up in the living room. They say they finished the ritual, and his dead grandmother comes. Hank turns into like an evil
this
dead
is shenanigans.
Cenobite guy. Yeah. And he's like all foaming at the mouth, and his dead grandmother crawls out of the portal, and she's got like a skin like her eyes have skin grown over them in her mouth, so they take a knife and like cut her mouth and eyes open so she can see, and it is truly horrifying looking. And they're like sitting at the table just having a conversation with her.
Are these all spoilers?
No, this is the first 30 minutes of the movie. And that's one thing I will say.
That's a long 30 minutes.
Right? No, that's the thing is this movie is paced so well. So much happens in such a short
you gotta be
amount.
honest.
Honestly,
I think
you would. I went into this thinking like, when it first starts, I was like, I was even unsure about like how, because it feels like, oh, it's how it's going to play out. Mm-hmm. I was wrong about everything I thought was going to happen in this movie. And where is this?
I was trying to look it up while you were talking, but where does this come out at? You said where?
It's still playing in festivals right now. I
that's what you said.
know if it has.
I can't find it.
Yeah, I don't think it has a video on demand release date yet. But keep your eye. It just played Grimfest, is where I think this screener came from. My friend Bex is who I reached out to. I believe it was Grimfest it just played, but It should play more, so keep your eye out for festivals. But the pacing is excellent. Like like it seems like a ton happened and we should be way into the movie, but that's like 30 minutes in. I mean, it's they don't waste time on bullshit in this movie.
Is
it's
it
like
goofy?
It goes from one. It's really rides the line well. It should be goofy. That's the things they're saying.
Gore and sex and nudity?
Oh, there's no sex and nudity, but there's blood and gore out the ass. I mean, it's two straight best friends and his dead grandmother. Who's gonna be fucking?
I don't know. It's supposed to be a comedy.
Now, I will say
make it work.
This is a slight spoiler, but the one friend is kind of into the grandma later in the movie.
What? Like a Stifler's mom situation?
A little, but it doesn't go the way you would think. Because that's one thing this movie really has going for it, is I think they ride the line of any other. Like, you could take this premise and give it to almost anybody, and it would be the goofiest fucking shit ever. But I think they ride that line so well of being goofy, but being authentic with the characters, to where when things get goofy, you're still in, because you you buy the guys so much, you buy the situation and the everything that's happening so much that they can kind of get as crazy as they want, and you're still in, and it works. And it has some very like overtly horror references. There's a lot of Evil Dead DNA in here. There's, you know, a lot of like the cabin in the woods type stuff going on here. And the effects too, I should say, once they go through the portal and go to this other, because there's multiple dimensions, you kind of get the setup for that. I won't get into all that.
Ted situation.
Yeah, kind of, but a little different. Eras? Yeah, they do go to. It's not like eras in time. So this place they go to are like hell realms, kind of like this place looks super fucking crazy. There's like creatures. There's this creature who like rips his guts open right in front of him.
Oh god!
And like he smiles when he does it. And he's like a little imp guy that jumps around, and it's fucking crazy.
Oh, you probably have a field day with this movie.
This thing is insane. Like they have floating telephones in the sky in this world and stuff, and like it's super surreal. But the way they do the effects, which I think the writer-director also did the effects for this. I could be mistaken, but I believe I read that. Okay. It looks incredible. Like when they go into this portal, it does this weird focus shift thing where the edges are kind of blurry, but all the stuff behind them has this weird, really interesting looking effects overlay. And it's super impressive for what had to be a tiny budget movie. So I just really think they punch over their weight class here with this thing. Like all the performances are good. The effects are really good. And it just, I don't know, it moves fast. It's not like there's some emotional weight. You care about what's happening, and it's a good story the way it plays out. I feel like they just put enough thought into everything here that they really made this movie work. Whereas I think in the hands of most other filmmakers with this budget, it would not have. It would have been kind of hacky and like not that satisfying to watch. And the ending is great too. The way it plays out at the end is so unexpected and so great. And I don't know, I really like this. I'm torn between a 4 and a 4.5. Maybe hard. One of my favorites of the year. I think it was so unexpected.
Or do you know?
I mean, the ratings on it only has 69. Nice, by the way. Ratings on Letterboxd right now, but they lean towards the middle, I would say. But they do 3+ is kind of where the most ratings are. Yeah, and I think it's also got it's weird because horror comedies, you go into it with weird expectations, I think. And so if you like most horror comedies, you might not like this. And that's why I did like it, I think, because I don't like most horror comedies because I don't think they do a good job of writing the line of horror and comedy. And I think this one does a good job of having real stakes. That's the problem, I think, is most horror comedies are too goofy to where there's no actual stakes or consequences, you know? And this feels like it has that. But I loved this a lot. So I'm going to go 4, but I might go up. I might think on it and go up to 4.5. But I really liked this, and I recommend seeking it out and watching it for sure.
Oh, nice. Okay. It sounds interesting. I do want to watch it. That's how I was looking it up. But until that drops. All right, cool. I guess it's my turn. I'm going to... Okay, cool. I'll start with the first one. I'm going to talk about Queens of the Dead. And this was directed by... Tina Romero. This is George A. Romero's daughter. She's crazy. Really? And on her Instagram, it's so funny that she wore these little bunny ears. You know, bunny ears. And throughout the whole movie, there's fucking bunnies. I don't know if this was an Easter Bunny movie or what. But this is about drag queens and club kids battle zombies craving brains during a zombie outbreak at their drag show in Brooklyn, putting personal conflicts aside to utilize their distinctive abilities against the undead threat. Girl, this movie was great. I'm just going to say I had way too much fun watching this movie. Like it just dropped this past weekend in select theaters, and it'll probably hit Shudder soon. But, you know, you have these movies of drag queens fighting like vampires, like on Tubi, the Slay movie. That was pretty solid. Yeah. Yeah, but this one I liked a lot. It had the guy from Mean Girls who played I forgot his name. Anyways, he in this movie, he plays a drag queen.
The one who was on Celebrity Big Brother?
No, he wasn't, because this is his second movie.
Oh,
the guy that was in Mean Girls, the black dude. He was in, what was his name? Look up his name.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Jaquel Spivey. Let me get these names right. He was great in Mean Girls. He played the one that was trying to be straight, but he really wasn't straight, you know, from the original. But then he played in the remake. He was that character.
I haven't seen the remake, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, him. He was great in this. He was like a drag queen that couldn't, like, he was great. He was very popping, very famous, but I guess he had an instance where he was supposed to be at this sold out show and he dipped on it. He got stage fright, and then that that tarnishes friendship with the main character, who's Katie O'Brien, who played in Love Lies Bleeding. She played in a movie
I still need to see that.
Yeah, it was great. And she played in Maintenance Required. She played in a bunch of shit. Anyway, she's the main character in here, Dre. She owns this bar, and she's trying to put together this big show, and she had this big headlining drag queen that's supposed to be there, but she dips out, so she goes to a different club. So now she's stuck with no headliner, and she has all these people coming. She has her little bunny balloons, and she has her fiance who's pregnant, who's working as a nurse at the hospital, who's taking care of a trans girl who just got OD'd on drugs, and that's where the other main character, he works. And anyways, basically there's this new drug strain that's going around, and when these people take it, they turn into zombies, and that's what happens. Basically, you got the other character who I love called Scrumptious. It's not his name. No one calls him Scrumptious because he ain't that scrumptious, but that's his new little up and coming drag name. And he was my favorite. But anyways, he was on there, and you had all these icons in like the drag world. Like you even had Oksana, if you remember from Drag Race. What the fuck is her name? Nina West. Nina West was in this.
I was trying to remember the name because I recognize her in the trailer.
Yep, Nina West was in this. She was like an all-star drag queen, and basically it was pretty funny. Like the zombies were fucking like look like aliens, so Evan might like that. And they're like glistening, like glitterized zombies, and they just be dancing. They be on their TikToks, and they be loving it. If you put on TikTok, they'll get distracted. It's like it's goofy and it's fun, like a horror comedy, like Evan was talking about.
I've been over here making jokes, and I was muted. What the fuck? I've been killing it. I've been absolutely crushing. I should have added all this to my minute, and I've been muted this whole time.
Girl, maybe it was a blessing in disguise. But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, this was all happening. All the shenanigans were happening. The group of the friends dynamic, like some had like tarnished friendships, but they all came back together to work together for this cause to get, to stay alive, basically. And it was kind of cool. It's like it's your chosen family, and all this kind of stuff is about friendship, love, and zombies. It was some good gore, funny moments. I had a good time. If you like Drag Race and drag queens and all that kind of stuff, and blood and gore, Day of the Night of the Living Dead type of shit.
You had me at fentanyl alien zombies. So.
Yeah, they look like aliens. They glisten. And it opens up with a girl.
Like Twilight.
She goes to church, and she on her little Grinder app, and it bings, and it's somebody in the little church that she's trying to go fuck, and it ends up being a zombie. It's just like, ooh, she's all touching on his little, because he had abs. I never seen a zombie with abs that glistened. I was like, okay, girl, I would have got eaten too. But anyways, it was that's how she turned. It was just a crazy. I don't know. It was pure shenanigans. I gave this 4 stars, I believe, or 4.5. I might have. I had a great time with this movie. I would watch it again and again and again, which is why I ranked it that high. So Queens of the Dead, y'all should check it out. And Tina Romero, I wonder what else she did. Also, this movie was on the cover of the latest Fangoria magazine, if you guys still subscribe. But yeah,
I didn't know it was George Romero's daughter who did this.
Yep, Miss Tina.
Okay.
This had to be an Easter movie because I thought it was a Halloween movie because they kept talking about Halloween. But then there was like Easter bunnies, and there was like a bunny in the hospital. There was like a little bunny and an Easter basket. So it had to have been an Easter movie. So add this to your holiday watches. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, next up, I'm going to talk about a movie quickly, is Self-Help. So this comes out, right, Oksana, this Friday.
Friday in theaters.
Period. Probably select, because that's where it should be. So this movie is from Erik Bloomquist. He did a bunch of movies. He did a bunch of movies that she like starts off good and don't end well. She Came from the Woods. If y'all seen that, it's streaming on Tubi.
I haven't seen that one.
Founders Day is on Tubi.
Did you see the vampire one? The radio station, what's it called? I can't remember the name of it. It's got Caroline Williams in it, and she's like a radio host.
Oh, I've seen that. That was a good one.
I like that. That's my favorite he's ever done, I think.
Yeah.
That one sounds familiar.
I'm trying to get to
I'm going to find the name of it.
Yeah, find it, because I can't even, my phone is glitching out on me right now. But yeah, he did Founders Day, which had like 5 fucking killer reveals, which was too much for me. I can't find that one you're talking about. He was in.
I can't either. The fuck was it called?
Are
10 minutes
sure
to midnight.
That one?
It's called 10 Minutes to Midnight. That's it.
That was solid. That was a solid movie. But then we're back with this new one, and it is called Self-Help. And it says a young woman infiltrates a dangerous self-actualization community after her mother becomes entangled with its Enigmatic leader, whatever that word means. Anyways, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's too many big words for me. So self-help opens up with basically this is about a girl. She's in college. She doesn't have the best relationship with her mother. She has this best friend that's really weird to me because it caught me off guard when they're at a Halloween party. This is a Halloween movie too, and she's like, oh, well, your mom texted me about X, Y, and Z. Are you going on this trip? And she's like, my mom texted you. And in my head, that was weird as fuck. Y'all must be like really close for y'all mom to be sending her all the details on the trip. Right? But then I won't spoil this too much because it comes out Friday. But there's a twist. The only twist that I kind of like, but you kind of see it coming because it's very like twisted and kind of like it's that type of movie. But basically they get to this place and it's obviously like a cult like situation, right? There's this man, he's a cartoon at first. They watch this fucking video and everybody there wears a mask. There's a bunny. I don't know why there's other bunnies in these fucking movies. There's a bunny, there's a pumpkin, there's a kitty cat, there's a pig, there's a clown. Everybody wears masks, but the two girls come in with no masks. They late too. They late as hell. And
damn, they really dropped the ball. What the fuck?
Period. They get there and everyone's like look like they talk like they want to cut their wrists and they're like worshiping this cartoon man. And he comes out as a god and he wearing a god mask and he takes that off and he's like, welcome to this retreat. You're here at this retreat for a whole week. The girl's mom, the main character, she's dating this guy. The daughter ain't never met him, don't know who this man is and why he brainwashed the mama. So the mama is here like, oh, just give it a chance. And one of the people in the group gets kicked out because he up here taking pictures because he got too excited and he wanted pictures for later to go beat off or something. So he's taking pictures of this man and the guy's like, nope. He took his phone and broke it. And he told you leaving. He was like, what? I gave all my money for this. Like, what am I going to go home to? Because he's homeless. Because he put all his money into this for self-help. Right, bitch? And he got kicked out. He was mad. He looked sinister. So you know that's gonna come back around this movie because people start dying one by one. Is it him? I don't know. Y'all gotta watch. But anyways,
does the mom cheat with the leader? Because the description said she became entangled, and I remember hearing Jada use that word a lot. Well,
basically, she was with a dad. The daddy died, and she jumped into this man's arms very quickly. That's why it's really weird. It's a really weird thing. The mom is crazy as fuck, and when you watch it, you'll hate the mother. Like, fuck that bitch. Anyways, because if you're a mother, you should never disown your child or go against your child or not listen to your child, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if this daughter is telling you things or trying to like call out for help, you should be focused on the daughter, not some dick, not no old dick, not no nasty dick. The dick can't be that good.
Definitely not no cult leader dick.
No, period. He is, I don't want to spoil it. I almost spoiled the movie. Anyways, you got to see. Well, cults are scam artists. So I was going to say scam artist. He's a scam artist. That's what he is.
Okay.
Spoiler alert. Anyway, so he is a scam artist. So he got all these people giving out all their money, all their funds, and all their life for a better life. He says after this retreat, you're going to be a new person. Bitch, you just do what you need to do, and he sends you on your way. Anyway, so there's this one woman, so sad, by the way, because she had, what's up with these families and that want to be with their kids? So she apparently, she might have been disowned from her family, but her son was having his first child, so she's about to be a grandma the day that she went to this thing. So she started to like get some senses and try to leave the retreat. This is at the beginning. I'm not spoiling too much. But she's like, I got to go home to my son. My grandbaby's being born. And he's like, are you sure you want to do that? They left you. You're high and dry. You have nothing to go back to. And then this girl is like, but my kid, he's my child. And he talked her off a ledge and talked her into like staying. She had a tattoo. Where was her tattoo? On her hand or arm, I can't remember, and of her son's name. So in order for her to forget, she chops it off, and she just bleeding, just like, I can't remember anymore. And there's this other guy who, I don't know why he cut his eyes out. Sorry, I'm spoiling too much. He cuts his eyes out. He's an old man, and he cut them out because he didn't want to see. I don't remember this part, but it was weird. So they're all giving up stuff, their money and their eyes, apparently, and they've taken off skin just to fulfill this stuff to become a new person. And the girl is just like, this is really weird. Like, Mom, why are you doing this? She walks in on her mama having sexual relations with the cult leader. They were in a swing. She was laying like this, and he had this dildo going like this, and her pussy, her vagina, and it was just so crazy. Could y'all believe this movie?
Christ.
Yes, I couldn't believe it. How he was fucking her, and the daughter saw it, and the mom just like, oh, she was just feeling it. Anyways, And then the next morning, she's like, I'm sorry, you had to see that over orange juice, bitch. She had her orange juice and pancakes, talking about the daughter. I'm sorry you had to see this. It was so disgusting. Wouldn't you want to see your mama fucking with dildos and sex slave hanging things? Ain't that weird with an old man?
That's fucking
wild,
wild,
his dick
dude.
Probably couldn't get hard. Anyways, let's get back to the movie. So, but after all that shenanigans, you see that this is not, something's up here. Something is really up at this place because these people are crazy. This man is crazy. And her best friend is becoming sus. So I got to stop here because I'm getting very spoilerish. But basically, it's about the daughter having to fight for her life because somebody's trying to kill her as this is happening. She has a cool little chase scene. Things happen, and then shit hits the fan, and then it's a twisted part. But y'all gotta go watch it. So it's pretty solid. I thought it was good. I liked it. I gave it 3.5 stars. And yeah, good little Halloween movie. Good little twists and turns. Okay. You're gonna hate characters. You're gonna like characters. There's some redeeming factors. There's some shenanigans. And
did you like it more than Founders Day, or no?
Yeah, I did. Founders Day was kind of boring, and it had like 4 reveals. Did you watch that movie? There was like hella killers. It was like the girlfriend. There was this other person. It was like there's too many killers in this movie, huh?
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about it either. I'm gonna see what I gave it on.
I don't know. This one was way better than. This was.
I gave it a 3. Founders Day.
Yeah, that's about right. But Self Help, I gave 3.5. It's only an hour and 25 minutes. It gets straight to the point, which I loved, and it was solid. All right.
Okay.
We're going to move on. The next movie I'm going to talk about is Shelby Oaks.
Okay.
From Christopher Stuckmann. So I didn't know who the fuck Christopher Stuckmann was. I heard about him being a YouTuber, and he used to trash movies, girl. And that's how he got his start. Just trash
movies. Did you get Stuckmannized? That's what everybody's calling it on Letterboxd. Oh, I got Stuckmannized. All right.
I don't even know what that is, but I ain't get stuck by this man. Anyways, apparently he got money. He became famous and started being nicer about movies. So that's not the real tea. Like, bitch, if you're going to be shitting on movies, shit on movies. Like me. I do it all the time. Just period. But anyways, he fucking made this movie. And apparently he didn't make enough money to make it. And I guess they paid him out millions of dollars to make this fucking movie. I will say, the marketing has been pretty cool for this. They marketed it as like a found footage movie. And let me just read the synopsis real quick here. Let's go to the top. So a woman's desperate search for her long-lost sister falls into obsession upon realizing that the imaginary demon from the childhood may have been real. All right, so basically it opens up with the found footage shit, which is great. Oh man, I will say it's just, I'm not gonna spoil this too much, but the first half of the movie was so good. I was so immersed. Found footage ain't that much, just so you know. It's just like a little piece of this, and then it jumps into the mystery and the sister. So basically it's about a girl and her friends. They have a YouTube show where they go kind of like the movie we just watched, but better. The Fear Hunters one, where they go around to places that are haunted to try to like see if they can get some tea, like some shit to happen, right? And it has a videotape, the last video that they had, which there's another video because there's another camera at the beginning to say we don't know where that camera is, but you learn later when you get that tape later. But anyways, so there's a tape and they watch it and it's them going to this place in the middle of nowhere. I guess this place used to be popping. It used to have like a carnival or some shit, like very famous. People used to go here all the time, but then everything started rotting. And there's a reason for that. There's too much backstory in this movie. It's not even funny. But basically they go here, and then the main girl, the sister, what are these fucking names? I forgot the names already, girl. When did I see this movie?
Riley?
So Riley is one of the sisters, and Mia. Okay, so Riley is the bitch that went missing. So Riley, she and her friends, they all go, and there's a murder. You can see all their dead bodies at the beginning, except for Riley. Like, what happened to Riley? That's what all the marketing is. What happened to Riley, whatever her last name is. And, yeah, so it shows you the clip of them in the house, and she's talking to the camera saying, "Oh, please help me, da-da-da-da, I can't believe, da-da-da," and all this stuff. She's crying. You hear the window, something at the door banging. It's probably been in the trailer. I don't know. I didn't watch the trailer. But she walks out, and then, she screams or whatever, and then it cuts to, and then that's the tape. And then it goes back to the documentary about the sister talking about their childhood, about how they're very close and they used to draw their initials in trees so they know how to get home, and their mom situation. I don't know, a lot of family drama and shit. And basically how the sister used to draw pictures. She had a very vivid imagination. She would wake up from a dream and draw these pictures. And she would draw this demon that she would see outside her window. And they're on a 2-story floor. So how could this man be out the window? And there was like a crack in the window. So we got to figure out what this is. So the imaginary demon, I will say they showed him too much, bitch. You should have kept that illusion eluded. And there's this dog. I don't know if it was CGI. This dog was annoying too. They showed this dog.
It was CG because I do remember that being part of the $1 million reshoots was CG and dogs.
And he didn't look good. And he was in it quite a bit. I will say standouts for this movie was definitely the found footage stuff. The mystery was pretty good. It kept my attention. There's one scene that fucked me up. I had held my breath. Girl, one scene that fucked me all the way up. I think that's why my star rating is so high. That was great. I'm not going to say anything. I can't spoil it because y'all both didn't see it, right?
No.
And I want to.
Okay.
I want to see it too because I expect to be pissed off by this thing just because.
Well, yeah, we don't get into it. There's a lot of stuff too because stuff I wish I could say, but I can't. But even Rich said he had some thoughts. We should have brought him on so he could talk about it with me.
I've heard him say it online like, "Oh, I'm tired. I'm just tired of all the horror tropes. I just want to make something different." And it sounds like he made literally exactly what we've seen 1,000 times. So
I'm about to say that. Oksana, what were you about to say before I continue?
I've heard like the journey of this it kind of like started as found footage and then got less and less and less, which I think is a really like cowardly thing to do because
and wild that they're now marketing it as because all the marketing is found footage. So what the fuck, dude?
It's not fully found footage at all. It's like 25, 75, or maybe 30. Yeah, I don't know. It's not that much. It's only a small part. Like it's only those tapes, and then she gets the tape later. I don't want to spoil too much, but the sister basically becomes obsessed. This woman's filming a documentary of the sister about what happened to her because her sister went missing 12 years ago. This is 12 years later, and the sister is still obsessed with it. She's married to this man, and they're I don't know if they're having a lot of sex because he come home. She just like, I don't really want to be bothered with this. He seems like he's turned off and it seems like he wants to do things with her, but she's just like, she's so focused on finding her sister. And he comes in, just stares at her in the doorway. Like, okay, I'm not getting none tonight. Like that. And there's a lot of conversation about having a kid. And she said she's been trying. It just doesn't work out for her. But that's all a part of this fucking twist, I guess. But the first half, like the found footage, you get the little story, little mystery, what happened 12 years ago. Things start getting pieced together when she talks about their childhood. And then when this secret tape comes on, basically, okay, this is the beginning, I'll say it. There's this fat white man that walk up to the door, knock on the door after the documentary at the beginning. And he goes, she finally let me go. And then he shoots himself in the head. And then he falls to the ground dead. And he has a tape in his hand. And then she has this tape, and that's where she watches and she sees the complete thing of what happened next. So now she has her next step to go figure out where to do. And why the bitch do this at nighttime? She watched the tape at daytime, and then at nighttime she want to go to this house by herself. Like, bitch, you stupid as hell. I would never, bitch, it's daytime. Go in the daytime, you dumb bitch. And she go by herself and don't tell nobody. Phones don't work. Crazy bitch. Anyways, and then okay, yeah. So the good, the bad. So I talked about
what about the ugly?
Cool. The dog was ugly. There's and the third act. Okay, you were talking about tropes. This movie has a lot of those tropes. Have y'all seen Rosemary's Baby and anything to do with the fucking?
I was literally going to say, if I had to take a guess, they kidnapped the sister and they're trying to have Satan's kid with her. Like, come the fuck on.
I'm not going to confirm or deny, but you hot. Anyway, so it's the same shit we've seen before. Why are these movies trying to market like, oh, this is so different? It's not. It's very that. Like all those movies where you have something and then it's been done a lot. I've been watching a lot of these, even the indie ones. Like you have this demonic thing trying to give a seed to give. Yeah, because I don't want to spoil too much, but there's like, yeah, and there's a lot I do want to say about it, like about what happens and what happened and when they find out, but I can't say because you guys haven't seen it, so we should revisit it once we all have seen it. But I do want to know a couple of things. But I was talking to myself about it, like about how there's all these graves, and I want if we could bookmark the grave part. I think I have my own way of what I think all those were inside there, because I think they were trying to get to something and they probably got too many of the other. If that makes sense, let's bookmark this. But anyways, and then it does a lot of that. But then there's this creepy old bitch. What's up? This is the year of creepy bitches. You got the front room with Solange, MESS. You got Gladys, Aunt Gladys, and weapons. And then in Shelby Oaks, you got this crazy ass bitch named Norma. Is her name Norma? Her name is Norma.
There's an old lady in. I just watched the new Conjuring last night, and there's an old lady in that a lot too.
Oh,
One
yep,
of the demons is like that old lady.
Yes, this the old. Yep, the grandma. Yep, the Conjuring Last Rites. Yes, so this is the year of old lady bitches that are scary. This is all old people scary. I thought kids were scary, but old people is scary as hell. So you got Miss Norma there, she creepy as hell with her nasty ass house offering her some saltine crackers out of a dirty ass can. I would have been mad as hell. Like,
wait, saltine crackers in a can?
She said, "You want a cracker?" It was a can, a dirty ass can with crackers in it. It was disgusting.
Fuck?
Y'all gotta watch it. Anyways, and then shit hits the fan, and then the third act is shit we've seen before, and done better.
Well, even like look at the tagline. It's Blair Witch meets Hereditary. Like,
oh, that gives you some shit right there.
I mean, it's just it's not really like, you know,
because
huge movies.
The demon thing is weird. The childhood demon, based on the synopsis, they show that shit a lot. But then you guys see what the demon was like filtering these two girls for, because both girls have play a part in this, both sisters. But y'all gotta watch it. It's crazy. I did give it 4 stars. When I left the theater, I was like, okay, I like this. But then more I thought about it, I'm like, girl, we've seen this, done that. I learned about that man, Chris, a little bit more. I don't know if and then I don't know. I liked it though, but it might go down to 3.5 out of 5. It's probably where
there was one of the guys who came onto this movie as a producer, Aaron Kuntz, who runs the Paper Street Pictures production company. He was posting about this a long fucking time ago, and the way everybody was talking about this movie was as if it was going to be found footage. So I just replied to one of his posts and said, like, hey, hit us up when it's done. You know, we'll get you a waiver to submit to UF. And then he replied back and said, it's not found footage. And then now all the marketing is like found footage, and
that's
then Terrell
funny,
says only the first 20 minutes is like found footage.
Well, if that's less, because it's just the tape of them, and it cuts to the little documentary. Like the first, I would say first maybe 15, 20 minutes is a documentary, and then it jumps into real time, and then you see a tape again. That's it.
I'm curious if Chris wrote the idea as a fully found footage movie, and all these producers gave him notes and said,
seems like from everything I've heard.
Yeah.
Well, he got all
that's
these
what it feels like
dollars
movie
for
too.
CGI demons and dogs and fog and ash and shit.
Well,
so
also, if he's been working on it for so long, it might be before this whole, like, you know, resurgence of people making like good found footage movies, and maybe whoever gave him the money was like, this can't be found footage because we don't want it to get trashed by everyone.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, there's still a weird stigma with like big time money producers, especially about found footage, and I don't get it. But
yeah, well, friends of the show is Anthony Cousins worked on this too, I guess, because his name is all in the credits. Girl, go Google it.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Anthony Cousins. Is that his damn name? Is it the Frog Man?
Yeah.
You know, I like frogs. Let me see.
Shout out to David Dawson, who I've never heard him called anything but Frogman, and so now I call it that too. I'm excited to see Frogman return. You gotta hit that pull up and tell him to submit it. Because I want to see Frogman returns. I want to see that frog fuck a kaiju like he
and Rich
teased
gave
on
it
our
2.75 out of 5. That's crazy.
Why did you give it 2.75?
I don't know. That's what he said.
2.75 into Letterboxd.
Weird as hell. So I gave it a 4. I did, but I think that's a 3.5 movie, girl. I liked it though. I did like the mystery, and that one scene that got me. There's a lot of questions I had, like I said, with the little and the bloody bitch and the drama and there's a lot of shit in this movie, and him talking about trying to make it different. It wasn't different, so I'm so confused by that, girl. You did the same. You did Rosemary's Baby, basically, shit, and I'm confused. So we'll have him on the show, and he can explain it to us. That'll be great. Period.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna come on after this conversation we just had.
No, I said that, bad. I liked it. Period. But last thing I watched a bunch of shit, but I did watch The Nightmare Room. I finished all 13 episodes on Tubi.
Did?
So, bitch, y'all need to go watch it. It's filled with people that's in new shit now. Like, I was so it's so crazy. Like, last time I talked about Amanda Bynes was on it and all that stuff, but there's hella kids from other shit that are on this. And it was so cool to see, like, oh, I remember this kid and that kid, and they grew up to do other, like, horror stuff. And
yeah.
I don't know.
I had another Halloween kind of, remember I did that scary movie where they go to the haunted house, kind of real Halloween kind of horror movie. I had another one of those called Dark Walker that I found, but we had these screeners, so I was like, oh, I'll do the screeners. I need to get those reviewed, and I'm glad I did because I liked the Weekend at the End of the World. But maybe I'll still review Dark Walker because it is kind of a hard to find slasher. I had to really fucking do some work to find a copy of that movie. But it seems not that great. But I kind of want to watch it because I did all the work to find it. So
yeah, you gotta watch
maybe I'll review it. Yeah.
So by the time we see each other next time, it'll be after Halloween. So we talked about the plans, but y'all have any cool Halloween traditions y'all like to do? I like carving pumpkins now, thanks to Oksana and Russell. I never did carve pumpkins until I met them. Ask them. Yeah, and I just love it. And that's all. I want to carve pumpkins and drink like pumpkin beer.
I'm gonna go check out the Haunted Chicken House this weekend. And
the Haunted Chicken House.
Yeah. Remember we talked about that? Ricky was on.
I forgot.
You guys talked about it in the Ricky episode, which was recorded weeks ago, but I just saw it a couple days ago because I cut it together. Right?
So it's cool. It's just like a regular haunt, but it's just in an old chicken house where it's built. So there's a lot of space, and they do it's like 2 stories. Sometimes you'll walk upstairs and go across drawbridges and shit. It's really impressive what they do with just local volunteers and stuff.
Do you have any traditions you like? Like, I like dressing up too. I don't know what I'm gonna dress up as or do. I did have a costume in mind, but I couldn't find. I'm trying to piece it together, and it was supposed to be a surprise, but I never got all the stuff yet. So stay tuned for that if I ever get together, because I think it'd be perfect.
I always just take Ellie trick or treating, and we used to give out candy when we lived in town. 10 years ago now, when I was married and Ellie was little and stuff, we would give out because we lived somewhere, but we live so rural now, we don't get trick-or-treaters, so we just go to town and I take her and then we come back home and eat candy and watch, usually the week leading up, we've already started, but we'll watch some kind of family friendly, we watched Casper the other night, and
I love that one.
Devin
Sawa.
Halloween.
I love him.
Yeah. We'll watch some Halloween kind of, adjacent stuff leading up. I usually try to pick stuff she hasn't seen, so.
I like Fatso. He was my favorite.
Yeah.
And what about you, Oxy? See, Cliff need to go trick-or-treating. He's so young, he gonna get too old before you know it. He ain't gonna want to do nothing with you. So you need to get him in a costume to go trick-or-treat, even if you in Tafting, whatever the fuck y'all going.
Yeah, I plan to take him trick-or-treating there. And it's like a small town that does decorate, and they do trick-or-treating and everything. So
hell yeah,
I definitely want to take him trick-or-treating. I tried to take him last year to that street party or whatever, but he was too shy.
He older, he can do it now. He wants to eat chocolate.
So, he knows what Halloween is now. He knows the steps of knock and trick or treat and thank you and everything. He is excited to be either a skeleton or a pumpkin or a skeleton spider or something.
That's funny.
I bought him a glow in the dark skeleton costume, and
perfect.
Lori is also making him a cat costume. So he has 2. That one looks a lot warmer than the.
I'm sure where you live, people probably on your street in that place, that neighborhood, probably give out candy and stuff, huh? Or
not our street exactly. No one trick or treats on ours. We're in a court.
That's crazy too, because it's a perfect one to go on a loop to do.
Right?
Well, it's apartments on one side and townhouses on the other, and no one really decorates in the townhouses. No one's gonna go trick or treating in the apartments. So especially since the area right outside of our street, they do a lot of houses go crazy decorations and people trick or treat.
I was just curious because, what do you do if you live in the city? You just drive out somewhere to trick or treat? Because I've always lived in small towns where I could just literally walk out my front door and start trick or treating. When I was a kid, we had the whole you see in movies experience of where I would meet my friends somewhere on our bikes, and we would leave our bikes somewhere and go start walking. And just hit how it was just a super small town, so I've just never considered
we used to live in San Francisco in outer Richmond, in an apartment, but it was an apartment area. So we drove out one year to the area that Robin Williams lived in, and his house actually
full sidebars.
Yeah, we walked around
you get that
there.
king size shit out there,
and his house actually they had volunteers giving out the glow stick necklace things.
Oh, okay.
So we got some of those. But yeah, since no one trick or treat, we still buy candy every year just in case we get the one kid on the street or something. It never happens. We end up eating too much candy. But yeah, Terrell was saying that we usually host a party. People come and carve pumpkins, and we have a movie going on in the living room, and one year Russell set up a TV in the garage so people could play video games. So it's just
I remember that.
A lot of drunk people talk in the kitchen. But this year it's not going to happen because we won't be here. I know.
Oh, well.
I know. But yeah, we're gonna be in Taft. I do still want to. I bought a regular size pumpkin to carve with Cliff because he wants to do a bat pumpkin or a sad pumpkin. And then we went to the pumpkin patch yesterday, and he ended up finally picking out a pumpkin. He kept picking one up and saying, "What this
That's
one?"
always
I'm
the
like,
hardest decision
But
for
it
a kid.
it has to talk to you. That's what I did, girl. I picked up like 20 of them. I was like, okay, well, here we go.
A bunch of cute ones, but he would just, when you're like, I tell him, like, okay, hold on to it and we'll have to buy it. And he would just put it down. I'm like,
Damn, that's wild.
He
They
wanted
make
to
you
move on to something else.
Do you have to pay
Yeah.
to get into the pumpkin patch?
yeah.
So
This one
they
you
don't
did.
include the pumpkin in that? That's wild.
Well, because they have little kids shit that they can play on.
Yeah,
so,
so
you got to pay for that.
And you
Ours
should
is
see,
just like one price, and you can do like the wagon ride. They could play, and then you get to take one pumpkin per ticket with you.
Well, so we went to one in Modesto, which is like way in the middle of, not way, it's like 2 hours inland from California, from like, so they had like a
Didn't the
huge...
Zodiac Killer kill somebody in Modesto? Maybe not.
Probably. Come on,
I think
let's continue.
wasn't it Vallejo or something?
Maybe it was Vallejo.
Yeah,
I'm
he was
thinking of.
mostly in Vallejo. Yes, he was. I did a paper on him in school.
Oh my god. Cliff is climbing all over everything.
But we're winding down. I was just trying to end on a Halloween note because it's Halloween.
Yeah.
But my sister, so she went to an FYE, which sells pop figures and random crap. But she found me a trick-or-treat, like Sam-themed pumpkin carving kit, which is beautiful.
Oh, I
it's all
love
like
it.
metal tools. I was like, oh, these are gorgeous.
Oh,
You
is
could
it nice?
Kill
Oh,
someone
I'm
with
jealous.
these. And there's a bunch of weird tools I've never even seen. It's in this like little like pleather case. It looks really nice. So
Oh, nice.
I super want to use those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus,
Heck
he's excited for
All
Halloween.
right. But yeah, listeners, happy Halloween. Be safe. Have fun. Let us know. I don't know if there's comments on this shit. What y'all doing for
They can
Halloween?
comment, yeah.
Yeah,
Let
we
us
want to
know.
know. So we'll see y'all next time. Bye.
All right. Love y'all.
Thanks for listening to Footage Foreplay. If you enjoy the show, please consider leaving a review, sharing it with a friend, or simply hitting like. These small gestures are a great free way to support this mayhem, and if you find some footage we should be fondling, email us at footageforeplay@gmail.com. Check back every Tuesday and Thursday for new episodes, and remember, don't skip the foreplay.